"This is the human I want. I will marry him," she announced. Choosing him from all the soldiers, Lady Commander Zyra Keth thrust her clawed hand toward the human ranks. Captain Mara Vance snapped her gaze up from parade rest. 50,000 alien eyes locked on her. The vast plaza fell silent. No cheers, no drums, just the echo of Zyra's hovering podium grinding to a halt above the central dais. Zyra's voice boomed through amplifiers. "That one, the human female in crimson battle dress. She belongs to House Keth." Translators in Vance's earpiece crackled. Binding claim. Noble prerogative. Zyra leaned forward, her iridescent scales gleaming under the stadium lights. "By right of patronage and valor witnessed, I claim Captain Mara Vance as mate. All soldiers under her command fall under my protection and my law." Murmurs rippled through the alien crowds. Human ranks held formation. Vance's pulse stayed level. Standard protocol kicked in. She snapped her fingers twice, sharp, audible. Her squad, 20 special operators embedded in the 1,000-strong human contingent, broke parade without a word. They flowed into a wedge. 5 rows deep, flanks angled to cover arcs, rifles low but ready. Vance stepped forward. Her boots hit pavement in sync with theirs. The wedge accelerated, closed the 50-meter gap to the dais. Aliens on the platform flinched. High nobles scattered from the edges. Vance vaulted the low barrier first. Her squad surged behind, cleared the 20 by 30 platform in 9 seconds flat. Zyra's guards, 6 elite lancers in silver plate, drew plasma lances, hesitated. Vance's wedge fanned out, sealed the perimeter, no gaps, no overlap. The Lady Commander straightened, her 4 eyes narrowed. "Bold, but you stand claimed." Vance ignored her, scanned the platform. Confirmed no hostiles in dead zones. "Perimeter secure, Captain," Sergeant Hale murmured at her elbow. Zyra's tail lashed. "You hear my words. House Keth owns you now. Your unit serves me." Vance faced her, kept distance, 3 meters. "Captain Mara Vance, Terran Special Operations Command, state your intent." The alien barked a laugh, claws flexed. "Intent, protection, power. You crushed the Vorak flank alone. My sensors saw it. That competence bolsters Keth." Crowd noise swelled. Alien officers pointed. Hollow screens replayed the wedge maneuver in slow motion. Vance noted the angles, cameras everywhere, public spectacle. A new voice cut through, deeper, authoritative. "Illegal posturing." Marshal Soren Vale descended from an upper tier. His bulk hit the dais with a thud. Battle scars crisscrossed his armored hide. Guards doubled around him. 12 now. Lances hummed. Vale's eyes bored into Vance. "Humans form no wedges without writ. This display violates Occupation Code 47B. Arrest the captain. Disband her unit." Zyra whirled. "No. My claim proceeds. Noble right supersedes. Prerogative yields to military law." Vale activated a wrist projector. Legal writ hollow bloomed. Red seals pulsed. "Human contingent transfers to my custody, effective immediately." Vance's squad tensed. Fingers hovered near triggers. She raised one hand, flat palm, hold. Aliens pressed closer. The plaza's edge bristled with security drones, whirring into position. Zyra stepped between them, claws out. "Marshal, you overreach. This mate binds her forces to me." Vale snorted. "Mate, a political ploy. Humans breed no hybrids. It's leverage. I seize it for the Dominion." Vance watched the exchange, calculated vectors, drones at 200 meters, clear firing lanes for half her squad. Her comms buzzed. Adjutant Rook's voice. Low. "Captain, legal inbound, hold formation." "No engagement." Zyra turned back to Vance. Voice dropped, intimate. "Fight for me. Your procedures terrify them already. Imagine the alliance." Vance met her gaze, 4 alien eyes unblinking, scales flushed deeper blue. Aroma hit musk, sharp like ozone before storm. Protocol, assess threat. Zyra's guards flanked loose, Vale's tight but slow. Plaza drones hummed louder, crowd chants built. "Dominion, Dominion," Vance keyed her throat mic. "Rook, time to intercept." 2 minutes, writs flawed. Article 19 voids alien claims on active personnel. Vale advanced. "Human, drop arms, submit." Her squad shifted, wedge tightened. Hale's rifle cycled around, subtle click. Zyra hissed. "Stand down, Marshal, she's mine." Vale ignored her, gestured his lancers forward. "Take her." Vance's boot slid half a step. Squad mirrored, ready positions, tension spiked. Air thick with discharge ozone, a human shout pierced from the ranks. "Captain, green light." Negative, hold. Zyra lunged close, grabbed Vance's arm, claws pricked skin. "Accept. Or they cage us both." Vance twisted free, clean break, no damage, Vale bellowed. Seize them all! His lancers charged, plasma tips glowed, Vance's voice cut steel. Wedge, defensive cycle, protect the claim. Squad rifles snapped up, not firing, cycling chambers. Visual deterrent, aliens froze mid-step. Lances wavered, plaza drones banked hard, lights flashed warnings, Zyra yanked her podium mic. Cease my prerogative, Vale roared back. Treasonous female, crowd split. Half cheered Zyra, half Vale. Vance held center, squad locked. 9 seconds into hold formation. No fatigue, Rook's voice returned. Captain, I'm at the east gate, writ filed, Dominion net acknowledges. Vale's projector beeped. Red seals flickered, turned amber, he snarled. What trickery? Zyra smirked. Human law bites back. Vance observed, Vale's flanks exposed, drones reallocating to her squad, protocol shifted. Phase 2, secure asset, she nodded to Hale. Escort the Lady Commander Center. Squad peeled 2 fire teams, bracketed Zyra, moved her behind the wedge apex. Zyra stiffened, but complied. You protect me now? Vance didn't answer. Eyes on Vale, Marshall's face paled green. This changes nothing, reinforcements inbound. Distant thunder, shuttles, Rook burst onto the dais. Human suit crisp, data slate glowing. Marshal Vale, Terran Embassy contests the writ. Captain Vance remains under human command, all claims deferred to bilateral review. Vale snatched the slate projection, scanned, claws trembled. Article 19, Rook pressed. No alien Leon on active duty without mutual consent. Zyra laughed. Consent, she fights for me already. Vance stepped forward, flanked Rook. Stand down, Marshal, parade resumes under protocol. Vale's lancers lowered weapons, slowly. Crowd hushed again, Vance signaled her squad. Wedge dissolved, back to parade flanks, seamless. 10 seconds total disruption, Vale glared. This defiance logs, Dominion remembers. He stormed off dais. Guards trailed. Zyra touched Vance's shoulder, lingered. You move like predators, mine now? Vance shrugged her off, turned to Rook. Debrief, Rook nodded. Plaza secure, but eyes everywhere. Zyra watched them. 4 eyes wide, tail still. The plaza held breath, parade drums silent. Vance reformed her line, squad snapped in. One alien noble whispered to another. They cleared the platform in seconds. Vance heard, ignored, drums restarted. Slow, Zyra boarded her podium, but stared down. Vance met it, procedure complete. Marshall's writ hung in the air, challenged, quiet settled, heavy, her squad stood ready, eyes forward, the first crack showed. Captain Vance snapped her fingers, 2 fingers, squad leads peeled off parade flanks. They hit adjacent alleys. Rooftops claimed, human overwatch locked in. No radio chatter, hand signals only. Vance scanned the route ahead, parade drums thrummed. Alien crowds pressed barricades. Zyra's podium loomed 50 meters up street. Marshal Vale's banners flanked it, no permission asked. Protocol demanded it, her helmet HUD pinged. Rook's voice feed crackled low. Vance, Vale's dispatching guards, palace lancers, full kit. Marital custody pretext, they're rolling now. Vance keyed her throat mic. Copy, perimeter hold. Non-lethal stack on approach. She shifted her stance. Squad mirrored, parade formation tightened. Civilians gawked, whispers rippled. Alien tails flicked unease. First guard lance crested the boulevard. 20 heavies, powered exos, pulse lances charged, blue glows hummed. They fanned wide, surrounded her wedge. Lead sergeant bellowed in guttural Dominion standard. Human contingent, weapons down, Lady Commander Keth claims custody, comply or face detention. Vance didn't flinch. Eyes tracked badges. Helmet cams rolled auto record. Every serial, every faceplate glyph. Squad held parade rifles across chests. Barrels low, non-threatening, to humans. Zyra's voice boomed from podium hollow. Sergeant, they serve me, stand down. Her 4 eyes locked on Vance, tail curled possessive. Sergeant ignored her. Claws gripped Lance tighter. Marshal's order, custody transfers now. Guards advanced. Exo's word, steps synced, ceremonial lockstep, blades extended for confiscation. Vance exhaled once. Stack! Her world narrowed, time dilated, squad moved, she lunged first. 0 shot. No rehearsal. Guard right face lunged at her with blade arm. Vance sidestepped inside guard, elbow crushed windpipe seal, Exo hissed. She yanked Lance from socket, twisted. Guard's own maglock pinned his arms crossed, first down, stacked prone, left flank private mirrored. Dropped 2, forearm strikes to neck joints. Lances reversed into binders, crowd gasped, drums faltered. Vance rolled under a sweeping blade, came up inside second guard's guard, palm heel to visor seal, cracked it. Lance ripped free mid-spin. She drove stock into knee servo. Guard buckled. She maglocked his wrists behind, stacked atop first. Third guard backpedaled, fired pulse. Vance vaulted the stack, boot to chest plate, momentum flipped him. Lance clattered, she pinned it under knee, cuffed him zip-style from belt kit. Squad synced, no calls. 8 guards down in 6 seconds. Remainder froze, exos locked in hesitation protocol. Vance stood. Lances bundled at her feet, badges recorded. Perimeter secure, she keyed Rook. Legal feed live, badge logs transmitting. Rook's response clipped. Terran command acknowledges. Article 27 invoked. Unauthorized seizure attempt, counter-custody active. Guards milled. Sergeant keyed his comm. Marshal, humans resist there. Vance tapped her slate. Jam pulse, local net stuttered. Sergeant clawed at his earpiece. Silence. Zyra descended podium stairs. Tail high, 4 eyes gleamed. She shoved past frozen guards, reached Vance's perimeter. Protection writ. Hollow slate materialized in her claw. She signed with thumbprint. Projection bloomed public. I place myself under Terran security. Voluntary, crowd murmured. Hollow replayed the stack. Humans stacking guards like cordwood. 0 blood, perfect control. Vance eyed the writ. Scan terms, human perimeter inclusion, no Dominion override. Approved. She waved Zyra inside. Squad parted. Noblewoman stepped through. Frill flared, close now. Scent like ozone and spice. Marshal Vale stormed into view. Palace retinue trailed, faceplates down. He halted at the stacked guards, claws flexed. Captain Vance, this assault. Disarm, Vance cut. Non-lethal, your lancers initiated. She nodded squad. 2 privates hauled bundles, dropped at Vale's feet. Badges glowed on her HUD feed. Embassy servers ingested. Vale's mandibles clicked. Scan the writ hollow. Lady Commander, you subvert command structure. Zyra pressed against Vance's flank, claw on her arm. They protect better, witness. Tail brushed Vance's leg. Vance ignored the touch. Eyes on Vale. Parade resumes, route locked, overwatch active. Vale signaled. More lancers approached from cross streets. Double the first wave. Exos heavier. Suppression gear. Rook materialized at her elbow. Data slate projected article cascades. Marshal, bilateral protocols engage. Human assets immune pending review. Vale snarled. Dominion soil, my jurisdiction. He thrust claw. Arrest them all. Second wave charged. Ceremonial no more. Pulses hot. Vance dropped low. Kill house rules. Squad dissolved into street architecture. Parade barricades became cover. Rooftop overwatch pinged targets. She vaulted a float platform. First guard fired wide. Vance slid under. Leg sweep buckled exo. Lance yanked. Reversed fire. Stun bolt to next. 2 down. Private Ellis claimed a lamppost. Repelled onto 3. Boots crushed pauldrons. Lances stacked midair. Crowd fled barricades. Drums silenced. Zyra ducked behind Vance. Predators, she hissed. Awe edged her voice. Vance didn't answer. Process the street. Kill house sim back home. Clear angles. Choke points. Her squad ran at live. 0 shot. Guard sergeant flanked left. Vance anticipated. Spun. Caught his lance thrust. Redirected into his partner's knee. Both crumpled. She bound them wrist to ankle. Stacked vertical against wall. Overwatch dropped flashbangs. Alley mouth cleared. 5 guards blinded. Squad mopped. Disarms fluid. Vale bellowed from rear. Cease. Flank them. His third wave peeled from alleys, but rooftops owned. Human snipers, non-lethal rounds, tagged servos. Exos stuttered. Guards piled in heaps. Vance hit the boulevard center. Last sergeant charged her solo. Desperate, blade high, she sidestepped, grabbed harness, threw him into his own line. Collision dominoed 4 more. Squad swarmed. Total disarm. Street ran silent. 30 guards stacked. Lances bundled by type. Badges cataloged. HUD confirmed, full record. Vance straightened, dust settled. Squad reformed flanks. Parade route pristine. Zyra emerged, frill fully extended. Claws gripped Vance's sleeve. Mine, she murmured, public now. Rook projected final writ override. Marshal, custody contested and denied. Human control uncontested. Vale stared at the stacks, mandibles slack. Retinue frozen, no orders came, quiet stretched. 1 breath, 2. Aliens in the crowd documented hollow snaps. Whispers died. Vance signaled. Overwatch stood down. Rooftops vacated. Squad snapped to parade ready. Vale turned, walked away. Guards left stacked. Zyra leaned closer, breath hot on Vance's neck. You own this street. Vance met her eyes. 4 black orbs dilated. No response. Parade drums restarted. Slow, squad marched, perimeter held, writ sealed, silence followed, heavy, final, Marshal Vale's claw stabbed the command podium, hollow screens flared across the boulevard. Local authority invoked, all ports sealed, comms locked to my chain. Humans contained. Captain Mara Vance marched at squad center, boots hit pavement in sync. Zyra's claws dug into her arm, possessive, parade drums thrummed, crowd parted. Vance's HUD pinged, Rook's overlay flashed incoming. Adjutant Havel Rook broke stride. He slapped his wrist unit. Human emergency status filed. Lady Commander Zyra Keth reclassified protected diplomatic asset under Article 47 Terran Accord. Vale's mandibles snapped. His retinue clustered, screens multiplied. Port icons blinked red, locked. Shuttles grounded. Human dropships pinged denial. Vance felt the lockdown hum through her implants. Squad tightened formation. No visible panic. Standard ISO protocol kicked in. Internal mesh net live. Zyra's frill quivered against Vance's shoulder. He cages us. Her voice hissed low. 4 eyes locked on Vale. Rook projected his writ. Giant hollow bloomed over the parade. Asset Zyra Keth secured by prior claim. Human custody primary. Isolation voids treaty. Vale barked into his comm. Governor's decree supersedes, tribunal en route. Captain Vance detained for rogue ops. His claw pointed, drones word from overhangs, stun nets deploying. Vance signaled micro, squad fanned, non-lethals chambered, but Rook raised a palm. Hold! He synced his unit to the port nexus. Fingers danced. Sealed annex activated. Treaty Subclause 19B, Incident Command defaults to human protocol on diplomatic asset breach. Port AI voice boomed citywide, synthetic comm. Annex verified, human incident command recognized, local override suspended. Vale froze, his podium sparked feedback whine. Screens flickered, port icons flipped green, human dropships thrummed to life, comms burst open. Tribunal drones hovered, then powered down, nets retracted, Rook stepped forward. Warrant invalid, asset under human guard, ports open, your authority contested and denied. Squad halted parade crisp. Vance scanned, Vale's retinue mandibles agape. Guards unstacked from earlier, now milling confused. No orders flowed, crowd hollow snaps multiplied. Zyra's grip tightened, breath hot. Your law devours his. Vance eyed Rook, he nodded once. HUD confirmed full nexus access. Human overwatch slaved the port grid, shuttles inbound. Extraction vectors clear, Vale's voice cracked. Annex, what annex? Rook's hollow scrolled clauses, fine print glowed. Nobody reads twice, standard procedure. Drones landed at Rook's feet. Tribunal link severed. Vale's claw trembled on the podium. Retinue backed step. One guard whispered, another frill collapsed. Quiet dropped, drums silent. Vance held position, squad statues. Zyra leaned in. Claws traced Vance's vambrace, claiming deeper. Vale stared at the hollow. Mandibles slack. No counter came. Rook synced final log. Incident command sealed, human control uncontested. Ports hummed active, shuttles descended. Vale turned, walked into shadow. Retinue trailed, silence swallowed the boulevard. Vance signaled reform, squad snapped forward. Parade resumed. Zyra's eyes dilated full, no words passed. Drums restarted, heavy, final. Rook's wrist unit pulsed again 2 blocks in. Vance glanced. Grid secure? Locked, Rook tapped. Annex chains their whole sector net now. They twitch, we own it. Zyra's frill brushed Vance's neck. You turn words to weapons. Vance kept eyes front. Boots pounded, squad perimeter iron. Governor's spire loomed ahead, balconies bristled observers, hollow feeds live, but ports obeyed human ping, no locks triggered. Vale's voice cut citywide comms, desperate. Tribunal warrant reauthorized. Target, Vance, rogue operator, lethal force approved. HUD flared, incoming signatures, exosquads vectoring from spire lifts. 10 heavies, rail lances hot. Vance microed. Flank peel. Non-lethals. Squad split seamless. Rooftops claimed again. No ground pounders only this time. Rook snorted. Warrant null. He broadcast annex override. Port AI echoed. Tribunal authority suspended. Human incident command primary. Exos stuttered mid-drop. Servos locked. They piled on ramps, harmless. Lances powered down. Zyra hissed approval. Your procedure predicts. Vance sidestepped a stalled exo. Squad mopped remnants. Zip cuffs snapped. Heavies stacked neat. Spire doors hissed open. Vale emerged flanked. Claws raised. Cease this annexation. Rook projected full treaty. Diplomatic asset breach. Your isolation attempt. Hostile act. Subclause chains command. AI confirmed. Hostile classification logged, local governor demoted, human liaison elevated. Vale's retinue recoiled, one bolted. Drones pursued arrest protocols. Quiet Valley hit. Vance scanned empty ramps. Squad reformed. Zyra's breath steadied on her neck. Crowd watched from afar. No cheers, just hollow snaps. Then Rook moved. He strode to Vale. Sign transfer. Vale's claw shook. Scanned the hollow. Eyes dimmed. Signed. Port AI boomed. Command transferred. Human incident authority absolute. Vale stepped back. Mandibles locked shut. Retinue knelt. Squad stood firm. Vance met Zyra's gaze. 4 orbs gleamed. Silence blanketed the spire. Shuttle touched down rampage. Vance waved squad board. Rook logged final. Zyra clung close, mate claim iron. Vale watched from doors. No pursuit ordered. Engines spooled. Dust swirled. Liftoff clean. Vance settled in bay. Zyra beside. Claws linked hers. Sector net pinged green. Human control total. No alarms chased. Drums echoed distant. Fading, Marshal Vale's claw smashed the tribunal gong. The chime echoed through the spire chamber. Holofeeds captured every angle. Captain Mara Vance, kneel. Acknowledge, Lady Commander, Zyra Keth's noble custody over you and your contingent. Vance stood rigid, boots planted on the polished deck. She met Vale's 4 eyes, did not bend. Zyra's claws tightened on Vance's arm. Her scales flushed violet. Mate claim sealed in public right, now Vale's weapon. The marshal's mandibles clicked. Retinue enforcers shifted. Lances hummed low. Refusal invokes sanction. Custody transfers to governor's guard. Vance unholstered her sidearm. Squad tensed behind her. She placed the pistol on the deck. Muzzle forward, grip exposed. Standard de-escalation protocol. Vale recoiled. Enforcers hissed. To them the gesture screamed predators lure bait for the kill. Zyra leaned close, breath hot on Vance's neck. They fear your calm. Rook stood at flank. Datapad glowed. He said nothing. Fingers danced silent. Vale snarled. Humiliate the pretender. Fit shock collars. Full squad. Enforcers lunged. Magnetic clamps snapped around necks. Vance's locked first. Floor anchor's word, restraint bolts fused to deck plates. Squad mirrored, arms pinned, no resistance offered. Zyra protested. Marshal, my claim. Supersedes treaty. Vale overrode. Noble bond binds the human asset. Pulse command flashed on his console. Vale's claw stabbed execute. Agony lanced Vance's spine. Electricity chewed nerves. Muscles seized. Squad grunted. Bodies jerked against anchors. Zyra's cry pierced the chamber. She strained forward. Guards held her. Vance breathed through it. Pain standard. Tolerance drilled. She flexed. Collar mount groaned. Vale laughed. See your weakness. Human frailty broadcast live. Holofeeds zoomed. Sector net live. Billions watched. Vance twisted. Anchor bolt sheared. Superalloy snapped under torque. Human grip strength uncalibrated for alien specs. Mount tore free. Collar dangled loose in her fist. She slammed it to the deck. Stomp crushed emitter node. Rook's pad pinged. Activation logged. Assault on diplomatic personnel. Collar telemetry broadcasts origin code. Vale froze. Console blared. Collar's fail-safe triggered. Emergency dump to neutral arbiter net. Every pulse detail streamed. Time-stamped. Geotagged. Human squad vitals nominal. No breach. Zyra's eyes widened. 4 orbs locked on Vance's hand. Crushed collar smoked. Enforcers hesitated. Lances dipped. Vance straightened. Collar shards crunched under boot. Evidence chain complete. Rook projected overlay. Arbiter seal flashed. Noble custody invalidated. Shock protocol equals prohibited weapon use. Human incident command escalates to blockade authority. Vale's mandibles gaped. Impossible, my overrides. Overridden. Rook tapped. Spire doors locked. Drones swarmed vents. Human protocols nested deeper. Squad mounts ripped free. One by one, grunts echoed. No damage. Anchors littered deck. Vance retrieved sidearm. Holstered smooth. Stepped forward. Vale backed. Retinue knelt automatic. Zyra released by guards. She crossed to Vance. Claws linked deliberate, not claim, choice. Chamber holofeeds captured it. Silence fell. Vance scanned squad, nodded once. Reform. Rook logged final. Blockade enforced. Governor Vale detained pending review. Vale's claws trembled. Eyes dimmed. No order came. Zyra pressed close. Your procedure endures. Vance met her gaze. Squad flanked tight. Spire net pinged green. Drums faded distant. Quiet held. Vance guided the squad down spire corridors. Zyra matched stride. Her unit trailed former Vale loyalists. Eyes downcast. Rook led point. Pad secured. Arbiter confirms. Mate claim now mutual asset. No contest. Zyra's scales shimmered. Mutual. Human protocol. Vance kept eyes front. Earned allegiance logs binding. A low hum filled the hall, shuttle bay ahead, engines prepped, brief pause, Vance halted, scanned feeds, clear, Zyra's claw brushed hers, warmth lingered. They kneel now. Vance nodded, no words. Bay doors parted. Enforcer squads waited outside, kneeling ranks. Lances powered down. Vance waved, squad board, Rook logged transfer. Zyra boarded last, claws firm on Vance's. Ramp sealed. Engines roared. Vale's tribunal feed cut permanent. Arbiter verdict viral. Sector net locked human. Shuttle climbed clean. Silence blanketed the bay. Zyra's breath synced. Squad settled. Vance checked restraints. Secure, no pursuit pinged. Quiet deepened. Lady Commander Zyra Keth slammed her claw onto the shuttle's command console. Captain Vance. By Keth lineage oath, I bind my guard to your command. Military pact, not romance. Captain Mara Vance unstrapped her restraint. She locked eyes with Zyra. The alien's scales flushed deep violet. Vance nodded once. Accepted. Human protocol, operational authority transfers now. Your guard falls under my unit chain. Zyra's unit stirred in the hold. Claws flexed. Eyes darted to Vance. No protest rose. Adjutant Rook punched keys on his pad. Logging, Arbiter syncs, guard roster uploads to human net. Shuttle alarms screamed. Red strobes lit the cabin. Fleet interdiction net active, the pilot barked. Target lock, hostile foreign combatants, human contingent tagged. Vance snapped to the tactical feed. City spires below swarmed with ping markers. Vale's flagships orbited tight. Net beams swept the sky. Lock confirmed. Shuttle velocity dropped. Engines whined under grav pull. Zyra hissed. Vale, he twists my oath to treason, claims custody over you all humans. Vance's jaw set. She yanked a black cylinder from her vest. One-time pulse emitter. Human black ops standard, never fielded here. Rook, confirm guard loyalty. Scans green, Rook said. Zyra's oath binds them, Vale's override rejected. Zyra. Vance thrust the cylinder into her claws. Key this to your guard's transponders, link live. Zyra complied, claws danced. Feed showed her unit's beacons pulse in sync. Vance armed the emitter. Net classifies by transponder signature, we flip it. Thumb on trigger. Pulse deploys, blind citywide classification. Their systems see your guard as primary, humans ghost. Pilot cursed. Lock tightening. 15 seconds to full intercept. Do it, Zyra ordered her unit. They braced. Vance triggered, emitter hummed. Invisible wave burst outward. Tactical feed flickered. CityNet icons scrambled. Hostile tags vanished. Zyra's guard beacons flared dominant. Human signatures nulled, ghosted across the grid. Alarms died, strobes cleared. Shuttle engines roared free. Velocity spiked. Vance strapped in. Clear, Rook grinned. Arbiter feed, Vale's net reports Keth guard primary asset. Humans erased. Zyra leaned close. Her breath warmed Vance's neck. Your procedure rewrites their reality. Quiet settled, shuttle hummed steady. City receded below. Vance scanned feeds, no pursuit locked. Zyra's claw rested on hers. Firm, squad exhaled as one. Then comms crackled. Marshal Vale's voice boomed. Hollow projected his snarling face. Claws gripped his throne. Keth, treason confirmed. Your guard harbors hostiles. Surrender the shuttle or face orbital strike. Zyra straightened. Marshal, oath logged. My guard serves Vance now. Human chain. Vale's eyes bulged. Human chain. Jurisdiction invalid. Fleet net holds you. Vance tapped her comm. Marshal, check your classification logs. Vale snarled at his aides. They hunched over consoles. Feeds replayed the pulse. His face paled. Scales drained gray. Ghosted. How? Standard counter. Vance cut in. Your net sees Keth guard only. Humans not present. Vale roared. Impossible. Recalibrate. Aides shook heads. Net blind, sir. Citywide, Keth transponders dominate all sectors. Zyra smiled. Fangs gleamed. My mate's procedure endures, Marshal. Vance's grip tightened on Zyra's claw. Mate, the word hung, not challenged. Vale slammed his throne. This switches nothing. I invoke Governor Protocol. Detain the human contingent. Rook interrupted. Pad chimed. Arbiter override active. Human protocol supersedes. Mate claim mutual. Guard under Vance authority. No contest. Vale froze. Aides whispered. Fleet icons on the feed held position. No lock pinged. Vance watched him. Vale's claws trembled. Doctrine cracked. Marshal, Vance said. Your net calls it Keth asset. Ours calls it ours. Jurisdiction switched. Zyra pressed against Vance's side. Her unit straightened. Eyes locked forward. Vale's hollow flickered. This escalates to Council, fleet holds orbit. Log it, Rook said, calm cut. Shuttle bay doors loomed ahead. New spire, Zyra's stronghold. Docking clamps engaged. Ramp dropped. Vance led out, squad flanked. Zyra's guard followed, reformed ranks. Lances powered to human spec. Enforcers knelt at the bay edge. Zyra's banner flew high, no veil colors, Rook scanned. Secure, net feeds confirm, human oversight locked. A low hum echoed. Spire defenses synced green. Zyra halted Vance, claws linked deliberate. They kneel to you now. Vance nodded, no words, quiet deepened, but base sensors pinged. Incoming transmission, Vale's flagship, escalation code flashed. Vance waved squad to positions. Perimeter, Zyra's guard moved seamless. Human drill integrated, Rook patched the feed. Vale appeared again, flanked by Council holograms, claws steady now. Captain Vance, Council demands parley, your countermeasure violated net sovereignty. Vance faced the hollow. Net classified wrong, we corrected. Council murmurs rose, one elder hissed. Human tech unknown, category breach. New log, Rook said aloud, pad beamed data. Pulse emitter, one-use electronic masquerade, blinds false positives, standard human yield. Vale leaned in. You. Explain, Vance stayed silent. Humans didn't explain, Zyra spoke. It seized uncontested control, my guard primary, yours ghosts. Council icons shifted, feeds updated live, city nets rerouted, Keth banners dominated sectors, Vale's voice cracked. Reclaim protocols fail, how? Rook tapped, human procedure earned allegiance overrides, guard oaths binding, no appeal. A council hologram dimmed. Precedent null, human jurisdiction embeds. Vance watched Vale, the marshal's eyes darted, fleet markers held static, quiet stretched, one beat, two. Vale's claws uncurled. Parley, postponed. Hollow cut, feeds cleared, Zyra exhaled. He yields, Vance scanned squad, nodded, reform, Rook logged final. Net green, jurisdiction locked. Spire hummed content. Zyra's claw brushed Vance's, warmth built. Drums echoed faint, distant Vale holdouts. Ignored, silence blanketed the bay. Vance guided forward, corridors sealed behind. Zyra matched stride, her guard trailed tight. Halfway down, alarms whispered, subtle. Internal net glitch, Vance halted, scanned wrist feed. Intrusion probe, Vale's last play, Zyra growled. My systems, Rook knelt, pad linked. Countering. Vance pulled Zyra aside. Your throne room now. They burst in, consoles glowed. Zyra's aids froze. Vance jacked her emitter remnant, residual code, one-time hack vector. New category, system infiltration. Link me, she ordered. Zyra complied. Console accepted human auth. Probe icons swarmed. Vale's signature. Vance typed. Code flowed. Probe nets inverted. City surveillance flipped. Every cam, every sensor, now human masked. Aids gasped. Full access. Zyra's eyes widened. You own the spire. Vance unjacked. Earned. Quiet returned. Aids knelt. Rook entered. External net blinded again. Vale's probes ghosted. Vance nodded. Squad secured doors. Zyra stepped close. Claws firm. Mate, your procedure claims all. Vance met her gaze. No denial. Bay feeds pinged clean. No threats. Silence held, but council override chimed. Emergency session. Vance waved it live. Holograms assembled. Vale central. Defeated. Captain, an elder said. Demonstrate this, jurisdiction. Vance shared feed. Spire nets live, human overlays dominant, Vale's markers erased, elder scales rippled. Uncontested, Vale bowed head, claws flat. Council yields, human chain holds. Holograms faded one by one, control absolute. Zyra pressed warm, squad stood sentinel, quiet deepened. No words needed, Vance slammed her wrist comm. Comms blackout, total seal, squad, escort Lady Zyra to the vault room, medic hail you're with her, no exceptions. Zyra's claws dug into Vance's arm. Captain, move. Vance shoved her toward the squad, boots pounded marble. Aids scattered. Vance scanned feeds, spire nets human-locked, but external pings spiked. Vale's counter brewing. Rook crouched at a console, fingers flew. Uploading now. Make it clean. Vance covered their flank. Door to the vault irised shut behind Zyra, sealed, biolocked. One-way human feed inside confirmed. Zyra paced, hail prepped a hypo. Safe. Citywide alarms cut. Feeds blanked. Blackout held. Vance exhaled. Squad formed wedge. Perimeter hold. Silence gripped the spire. No hum, no drone chatter. Feeds flatlined external. Internal nets pulse steady, human-owned. Zyra's voice crackled through private link. This procedure isolates me. Earned safe. Vance cut the line, watched her squad, faces stone, weapons hot. Rook stood. Package sent, HiCom receipt confirmed. Vance nodded, one beat. Wait, for 60 seconds the city went silent, then the sky answered. Orbital signatures bloomed on wrist feed. Vale's flagship dropped Vale. Relay auth pinged, lethal enforcement authorized. Bombard pods armed, citywide units paused on his mark, drones locked, troops braced. Vance's jaw tightened. Incoming orbital veto, Vale's play. Rook checked pad. Human response inbound, 30 seconds. Squad shifted. External cams ghosted, blackout held, but shadow loomed. Flagship tractors lit the dome overhead. Pods cycled hot. Vale's voice boomed citywide, piercing blackout on override freak. Captain Vance, surrender the spire. Lady Commander Keth's claim binds your contingent to my custody. Orbital strike imminent. Yield. Zyra's link reactivated. Vale breaks council yield. He weaponizes my bond. Vance ignored her, eyed Rook. Status. HiCom packet deployed, tribunal protocol active. External feeds flickered. Vale's drones ringed the spire base. Troops advanced corridors below, paused but itching. Flagship locked target grid. Pods hummed descent. Vance tapped squad lead. Arm breach charges, fallback vector prepped. Affirmative snapped. Vale's hologram flickered in the throne room, uninvited hack. Scales rigid. Human, your hacks claim nets, my orbit claims lives. Mate bond law transfers your chain to me. Submit. Rook snorted. He misreads procedure. Vance stepped forward, hologram sharpened. Marshal, council yielded, spire's mine. Claim elevates me patron over your unit, all humans my asset. Vale's claws flexed, pods dipped lower. Last warning, silence stretched. Vance checked wrist, HiCom ping escalated. New category flashed, jurisdictional override protocol. Human military law pierced alien orbitals. Evidence package unpacked, full tribunal log. Zyra's public claim logged as hostile acquisition. Human chain of command auto-asserted. Sectoral custody seized, feeds lit. Not Vale's, human carrier signatures warped in, ghosted until now. Relay command, alien Governor Vale, stand down. Human high command asserts primacy. Tribunal evidence confirms. Lady Keth's mate claim invokes Article 47, interstellar custody reversion. All human assets revert to Terran command. Orbital assets comply or forfeit. Vale's hologram froze, scales paled. What protocol? Standard. Rook grinned. Yours doesn't counter. Flagship comms jammed. Pods reversed thrust, tractors yanked skyward. Drones powered down, troops below halted. City alarms stuttered silent. Vance watched feeds. Human overlays flooded Vale's grid. Carrier locked his bridge. One ping, compliance enforced. Zyra's link pinged, voice low. Your command, override stars. Vance muted it, eyed the squad. Hold, Rook's pad chimed. HiCom confirms, uncontested. Vale's custody voided, our chain absolute. External units peeled back. Flagship ascended, darkened. Hologram winked out. Vale gone, quiet returned. Spire nets hummed human clean, no overrides, no threats. Vance paused, one breath. Valley hit, uncertainty flickered. Zyra's claim twisted into shield. Vale broken not by guns, but procedure. Earned, she waved Rook. Confirm all vectors. Clean, he pocketed pad. Squad relaxed fraction. Aides peeked from shadows, eyes wide. Zyra's door seal beeped request. Vance overrode, door irised. Zyra stepped out, claws sheathed. Posture shifted, not patron, equal. Captain, your law claims me now. Vance met her gaze. No words, alarms restarted, low pulse. Orbital relays reset under human mask. Vance marched into corridor, squad flanked. Feeds live, Vale's remnants scattered. Human carrier held geosync. Rook fell in. HiCom wants tribunal wrap. Zyra testifies. Her choice. Vance scanned ahead, clear. Zyra matched stride, warmth brushed arm. I yield to procedure. Corridor open to overlook. City below stirred, units stood down. Flagship silhouette fled horizon. Vance halted. Wrist feed, HiCom seal stamped. Sector human prior. One aide knelt distant. Others followed, scales flat. Vale's final ping ghosted, compliance logged, silence fell. Zyra pressed close, claws light, squad watched. No alarms chased, quiet held. Absolute. Marshal Soren Vale slammed his crest against the command dais. Hollow displays flared. Orbital strike, flagship authorized purge on Vance sector. Captain Mara Vance strode through the spire's outer cordon. Squad flanked tight. Rook matched her left. Wrist feed pulsed. HiCom override live. Flagship command stack hijacked. Every railgun frozen, torpedo bays inert, Vale's reach severed clean. Vale's claws stab the activation rune, nothing displays grade. What sorcery? Human standard, Rook muttered. Preemptive net dominance. Vance kicked the access hatch, it buckled. Squad poured in behind. Command hall loomed, tiered benches packed with aides. Vale pivoted, mandibles flared. Zyra stood rigid at his flank, eyes locked on Vance, silent. Stand down, Vance said. She crossed the deck, boots echoed. No one moved, Vale's tail lashed. You trespass my nexus. Marriage claim binds your contingent to my custody. Flagship will glass this spire. Vance halted meters short, pulled her pad. High-com seal glowed. Sector Incident Commander, Capt. Mara Vance. She projected at full wall. Read the nameplate. Aides leaned, whispers hissed. Vale's optics narrowed. He queried his own stack. Feed looped back, human override confirmed. Flagship dark, weapons cold. His crest quivered. Impossible, Vale's voice cracked. Keth's claim, voided. Vance stepped closer. Squad weapons hummed low. High-com chain absolute, your orbitals answer to me. Zyra shifted, claws flexed once. No words. Her gaze traced Vance's form, predatory comm registered. Vale barked at an aide. Reclaim stack, authenticate my crest. Aide's panel spat error. Human encryption layered every node. Backup relays, piggybacked, fire control, locked to Vance's biometrics. Vale's mandibles clicked empty. Vance circled the dais. New procedure, you log compliance. Zyra's claim redirects. Alliance clause only. Benches rustled. Aides palmed recorders. Court feeds captured it live. Noble patron yields to human operator. Vale's tail coiled tight. Captain, Zyra's voice cut soft. First words. My claim shields you, yield to it. Vance met her eyes. Heat radiated close. Procedure decides. Vale's crest dipped fraction. He scanned the projection again. Nameplate unyielding, Vance. Human high-com watermark pulsed. Orbital lockout total, no overrides, no escapes. His fleet, blind. Squad held perimeter. Rook synced his pad. All vectors clean. Flagship log surrender ping. Vance nodded once. Transmit to court. Hollow court materialized center deck. Elder proctors flickered in. Zyra's marriage claim scrolled. Public bond invoked. Human response, custody null. Alliance binding logged. Proctor lead intoned, record sealed, session. Vance raised a hand, projection expanded. Addendum sector human prior, Vale's command suspended. Proctors conferred silent. Feed's word, stamp fell, approved. Vale's crest lowered full, tail flat to deck. Compliance. Logged, Zyra watched, posture eased, claws sheathed, quiet spread, aides knelt, feeds cut, Vance holstered pad, control absolute, Vale's optics dimmed, submission etched, silence held.